the hour. So, usually when you're adding and it gets to 10, and you put the one number down and you carry over, we have to stop on 60. So it's you have to think a little bit more. So it starts at 4:30. It doesn't end until this time, Jordan?
That is, 7. 7, 10, 20, 30, 35, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. 7:45.
At 7:45. Good job, Jordan. It doesn't end until 7:45. Okay. What do we do first? Valencia?
Do you see how much time passed between them?
Yes, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for how much time passes between them. But what do we say? Which one do we do first? The hours or the minutes?
Yeah.
Melody?
No.
The minutes. Okay. So we have 30 minutes over here, and we want that 30 to be 45. So how many do we have to add here to make 45? Caleb?
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Alright, and that makes our time, we have 15 here, what's 5 plus 0, everyone?
5.
5, and 3 plus 1?
4.
4. Oh, look at that. Our minutes are the same, aren't they? Alright, our minutes are the same, but what about our hours? We have 4:45 and 7:45. So we have the minutes, we just need to add what to our hours, Brianna? 3 more hours. We add 3 hours to 4. That's going to be, that's a 7. 7:45. And we're at 7:45. So the way, since we're adding so many different numbers on different steps, the way that in the last group we figured out was we made a chart. Hours and minutes. Now each time we add a minute, we would add it to our minutes column. So how many minutes did we add there, Brianna?
We had 4.
Circle for you, because
15.
it gets lost up in all those numbers, doesn't it?
15.
Yes, so we added 15 minutes. And how many hours did we add, Valencia?
3.
3. So, you know how many hours and how many minutes passed between 4:30 and 7:45. How would we write our answer, Eliza?
You would put 3 hours and 15 minutes.
You would write it out. Good job. 3 hours and 15 minutes. Alright? You're just wonderful at this.
Yay.
Making my job so easy. Let's see. The tennis match starts at, well, let's see what time is that there. At 10, oh, let's see. We know this is 60, up at 12. Let's count back. Back by 5. 55, 50. So you're close. Oh, I think what you did was you mixed them up, didn't you? Remember, the shorthand is the hours, and the longhand is the minutes. So she saw this here and thought it was 10:55. That's all right. That's a mistake a lot of people make. So it's actually 11:50. So it's at 11:50 when the tennis match starts. And it doesn't end until Brianna? 7 o'clock? Well, let's check. Which hand's on the 7? 12:35. You're right. All right. So, first off, we can't add minutes to 50 to make 35, can we?
No.
No. But what we have to do is we have to find out how many we add here to get to the next hour. All right. And how many would we add to 50 to get to the next hour, Jordan?
50.
No, because remember, we're not working with 100, we're working with time. And how many minutes are in an hour, Melody? 60. Good. So how many would we have to add here? 10, you're right. We had 10 here. That makes this 60. But instead of putting 60, we have to carry our 1, don't we?
Yeah.
So these become 0. And we carried our 1, which makes us what time? 10?
That would be, 7. Wait.
So
1.
these became 0. So we carried our 1 over to the hours. So it's just 1 right here.
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock, you're right. 12 o'clock. But since we added 10 minutes, I'm going to make sure I don't forget to put it up here. That way we don't lose it. 10 minutes. Let's see. Now are our minutes the same, Cynthia? No. So how many more minutes do we have to add to here to get to 35? You're right, 35. And that makes our time, what time, Adrian? 12:35. Alright. Oh, but we added some more over there. We want to make sure we put it up here. Let's see. Oh, we're at 12:35, aren't we?
Yeah.
So do we need to add any hours? No, we don't. I'll put a 0 here so we don't get confused. So how much time passed during the minutes match? Melody?
45 minutes.
45 minutes because we know it's 0 hours. And we have to add the number of minutes that we added. So you're going to write your answer? 45 minutes. I want to point something out, because when I'm asking people to count the time, I'm going to give you a little trick. We have our clock here. We know that this is, the top is how much? 60 or 0, because it starts over. Alright, how much is the 3? Maddie? 15, because there's 5, 10, 15. How about the 6? Everyone knows that one. Vivian?
30.
It's 30. And our 9? Caitlin?
45.
It's 45. Alright, so if the minute hand is all the way up here, instead of having to count all the way around, we do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and so on. We know that 9 is 45. We can just look at the 9. If the minute hand is all the way up on the 11, we can look at the 9. We know that's 45. So how would you do it, Marcia?
Oh, I was going to say something.
Oh, what were you going to say?
That my mom taught me a trick that, like, if it's past the 6, you know that 6 is 30, you just count out to 30, and 30, then 35, 40, 45.
Yes, that's the trick I was saying. If it's past the 6, you know, 6 is 30. So you can just count from there instead of having to go in all the way around. Or even easier, you can break it down a little bit more. If it's past the 9, you know, 9 is 45. So you can just start counting from there. Alright, that's just a little trick that's going to help us. Let's see. Who would like to give me a time? Anytime. Maddie?
Can I tell you another trick though?
Yeah, real quick.
What I was going to say was, or this is something more complicated, but like it was you could just start at the 9 and count by 5, starting at 5, and then add it to the time, or whatever you go. And time 1:15.
1:15 your time. Yeah, that trick confused me. So I think that's going to be a little confusing for everyone. But if it works for you, that's great. So 1:15 you said?
Yes.
1:15. Ian, what's another time? Anytime.
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. Ooh, we're going to do a big one. 12 o'clock. I know, so we want to get from 1:15 to 12 o'clock. That must have been a movie marathon or something. Sure. So first off, what do we have to do first? Brianna?
What's the one other than 2? Wait, we have to add.
Oh, which do we do first?
First is like 1 whenever we put the word under the zero, then we put the 5. We put the word under the zero, and then put the 5 under the zero.
1 under the 0 and a 5 under the 0? Not quite, so let's help her out. What do we do first? Kaylin?
We would see how many more minutes 15 would count up to 60.
Yes? Oh, I heard you. You got it. Oh, yeah. We have to do minutes first. So how many minutes do we need to get from 15 all the way to 60? 15 all the way to 60. Let's see, let's look on here. 15's right here. We're trying to get all the way around to 60. Liza? 45 minutes. And if you didn't know it, you could also count by 5 all the way around until you got to 60. Alright, so if we have 45 minutes, that makes our time what, Cynthia?
5 and 5 is 10.
5 and 5 is 10. Let's see. We carry our 1. Oh, but when we have 60 seconds, what do we do again?
You add 1.
Well, what goes here? That's 6. Melody, you want to help her out? Yes, this becomes our 0. That's where it gets complicated with the adding and subtracting of signs, because it's not like normal addition. Because once it gets to 60, you have to stop there and carry then.
Yeah.
So that becomes a 0. You're right, Melody, and we carry our 1. So what time is it now?
2.
Jordan?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, you're right. So, we added 45 minutes over here. What should we do up here? Brianna?
45.
Yes, we added 45 minutes, so we have to make sure we put it over here so we don't forget it. We added 45 minutes. Now we have a long ways to go. Are our minutes the same, David? Our minutes?
Oh, yeah.
Are our minutes the same? They sure are. But we need to figure out how many hours it is to get from 2 o'clock all the way to 12 o'clock. How many hours would that be? You want to help them out, Maddie?
10 hours.
10 hours. Because you know if we have 10, and we add 2 more, it's 12, you're right. So if we had 10 hours, we have 12 o'clock. Are those 2 times the same?
Yeah.
They sure are, aren't they? Alright. But how many hours did we add, Liza?
10.
What should we put up here?
10 hours.
A 10 here.
Oh, and when it gets to like 12 o'clock, like it says 11:59, when you look at the digital clock, it's not going to say 11:60. It's going to say 12 o'clock.
Exactly. Everyone think of our digital clocks. We're working with analog right now, but think of digital. Everyone knows digital. When it says 11:59 and that minute changes, it doesn't say 11:60, does it? No. What does it change to, Jordan?
I don't know, but that clock is the same with the video. So.
Yes. That's an analog clock instead of digital. But once it passes 11:59, what does it become, Valencia? 12 o'clock. Alright, so how would we write our answer? Caitlin?
10 hours and 45. Okay.
10 hours and 45 minutes. Alright, that was a long one.
Whoa.
I am. Alyssa, would you put a time on there for me, please? Anytime you like.
We should have to cut off the weight on the board of the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that in a second.
Yeah. I have to do mine. So, yeah.
You like that time right there?
Yeah.
Alright, what time is that, Brianna?
3 hours and 45 minutes.
Oh, where's the hour?
No. It's not exactly on the 9, though.
There you go. Oh, not 10:45. Let's look at our, which one's the hour hand?